Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're back again, and this time we're continuing with our review for the grade 8 final exam. This is our part 2 of our show 2015-16 school year. If you need help with your homework, there's Dial a Teacher Homework Helpline at 212-777-3380. That's from Monday to Thursday at 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Don't forget to watch our show Math Time on Tuesdays at 4:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. on Optimum Cablevision on Channel 15. Check out my other videos on YouTube. My channel name is Dan Robinson. You can watch our latest release, PKMS Math Prep 16. You could also tweet me at drobmath1. All right, let's get into where we last left off. What is the solution set for the systems of equations? So we have 2x minus 5y equal 11, and we have negative 2x plus 3y equal negative 9. Now, for systems, that means these x's and y's for both of these equations will be the same to answer at the same time. So whatever x is up here, it'll be the same down there. Whatever y is up there, it'll also be the same, and it'll equal these answers. So we have to solve it. So one of the best ways to solve it would be elimination method. Elimination is where we're going to eliminate one of the variables by adding the two equations together. We must remember you have to add them together, so one of the coefficients got to be the opposite of the other so they can cancel out. So like here, I notice this is a 2 and this is a 2, and this is a positive 2, and this is a negative 2. So when I add these up, these will cancel right out on me. So let's continue adding. Negative 5y plus positive 3. That'll give me a 2y, which is negative, because 5 plus 3, negative 5 plus positive 3, the signs are different. So we subtract the numbers, choose the sign of the larger digit. Now I have 11 plus a negative 9. The signs are different, so I subtract. That'll give me a 2, and choose the sign of the 11 because it's a larger digit. And now I solve for y. So let's divide both sides by negative 2. And the negative 2's will cancel out, leaving me with y is equal to 2 divided by negative 2, which gives me negative 1. I have just found one of the answers. Now that I found one of the answers, let me go into one of these equations. So I'll take a look at, let's say, the first one. 2x minus 5y, but instead of putting y there, I'll put parenthesis and equal to 11, because I'm going to replace the y with negative 1. So I'm going to take that and sneak that right in there. So negative 1. Now when I multiply this equation, which is 2x and negative 5 times negative 1, that'll give me a positive 5. So negative 5 times negative 1, and remember I got the negative 1 from replacing that with the y. So I have 2x plus 5 equals to 11. Now I have an equation that I can just do a little transposition, solving for x minus 5 from both sides. The 5's will cancel out, leaving me with 2x equal to 11 minus 5 is 6. And now divide both sides by 2, and I'll now have my x. So 2 divided by 2 gives me x by itself, and 6 divided by 2 gives me 3. And now I have both of my letters. I have x equal 3, y is equal to negative 1. So I'm going to take that coordinate 3, negative 1, and I'm going to check it in the other equation, negative 2 parenthesis plus 3 parenthesis equals to negative 9. So in here, I'm going to replace the x. So here's my x, and here's my y. I'm going to replace the x with 3. I'm going to replace the y with negative 1. And I'm going to see, when I do the arithmetic, does it equal to negative 9? So let's do the arithmetic. So negative 2 times 3, signs are different. That'll give me a negative. So 2 times 3 is 6. And here again, plus 3 times a minus 1, signs are different again. That'll give me a negative 3. And this is supposed to equal to negative 9. If you remember the rules for subtraction, because we have negative 6 and minus 3, the rules are add the opposite. So this gets changed to add the opposite of the 3. The opposite of 3 is negative 3. So now, let's see if that equals negative 9. The rules for addition, when the signs are the same, we add the numbers, that will give us 9, and keep the same sign. And that adds up to negative 9 on both sides, so it does check out when I use x equal to 3 and y equal to negative 1. So I'm quite sure that it'll also work in my second equation, so you can check that in your spare time, but I'm convinced already that it worked out in that difficult equation. So I'm going to say, let me press, and 3, negative 1, yes, is the answer. So that was a nice equation. It's a good system. So there's your solution set. All right, here's our next question. Lines A and B are parallel and cut by transversal line T. The measure of angle 5 is 58 degrees. Find the measure of angle 6. All right, let's get our color up here. So let's use this one. So let's see, we got angle number 5 is 58. So here we got 58 degrees. And we want angle number 6. Angle number 6 is here, so we don't know what that is. I do notice this is a straight angle here. A straight angle is equal to 180 degrees. So angle 5 and angle 6 are on a straight angle. And that means when we add them up together, that means they should equal to 180 because they're right next to each other. They are supplementary. So if angle 5 is 58 degrees, which they told us at the beginning, and we have to find angle 6, that'll add up to 180 degrees. So if I do a little bit of transposing here, minus 58 from both sides, minus 58 from both sides, the 58s will cancel out, leaving me with angle number 6 equals to 180 minus 58. And I believe that is 122 degrees. So angle number 6 is 122 degrees. So there is our answer. So let's see, when we press the box, what do we get? 122 degrees. Good. So we are right. So check your answers, see if you got them right. If you're unsure, rewatch the video and write down your questions, bring them in the class. So here's our next question. The scatter plot shows the ELA test scores of Dr. Rob's class and the number of hours they spent studying for the test. Which best describes the association, if any? So here's the ELA test scatter plot of my class. Here are our test scores ranging from 0 to 100. Here are the number of hours on the x-axis that they studied. You can study from 0 to 10 hours, and that's a lot of time, long time to be studying for a test. So I noticed the grade for a person who studied 1 hour got a 90. Okay, I guess they didn't have to study too much. If you studied for 2 hours, you got a 70. For 3 hours, somebody got an 80. 4 hours, they got a 60 and a 40. And 5 hours, a 50. And 5.5 hours looks like a 30 and 55. 6 hours. So the grades seem to be going down as we go to the right. As the number of hours increase, the grades seem to be going down. And they seem to be making a line. So if I were to draw a line of best fit, that would be my line right there. So it would be a negative line, and that line would be negative. So my correlation or relationship between the test score and the number of hours that they're studying would be a negative correlation. I guess maybe the longer they study, they must be cramming or something, and trying to put all that information in their brain is not good because it's too much information and they're getting worn out. So this is a negative correlation. So positive correlation would be the opposite, going straight up. So I'm not going to go with choice A. So forget choice A. So no good choice A. Choice B has a negative correlation. So I'm going to go with that. Looks good. And linear, meaning that the points sort of resemble a straight line of best fit. So I'm going to go with choice B. Let's take a look at the others. Linear and no correlation. Well, linear and no correlation. No correlation would be where the dots would resemble just straight across horizontally. And there's no relation just going straight up and down in the middle. So there is no relationship going on between them. So it doesn't matter of hours, no matter how many hours you spend, you're still going to end up with some type of mark there. So, and nonlinear means no line, so it's some type of curve association. So I'm going to go with choice B because it does resemble that negative slope line that we talked about when we did slope. So I'm going to go with choice B. So that's a good question. So if you understand it, great. If you're not sure, write down your questions, bring them in tomorrow, and I'll be glad to help you with them. Remember, dial a teacher homework helpline at 212-777-3380, Monday through Thursday at 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Don't forget to watch our show Math Time on Tuesdays at 4:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. on Optimum Cablevision, Channel 15. Don't forget to check out our YouTube videos. Let me know how I'm doing. My channel name is Dan Robinson at PKMS Math Prep 16. That's our latest movie. Check it out. You could also tweet me at drobmath1. So let me know. It'll be great chatting with you online. I hope you got something out of the videos. So I hope to see you soon in class, and I'll be glad to answer your questions. Bye-bye.